Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. And welcome to our search for a star. And tonight we have a new and great star, and more than one. I don't know how many people here know Alan Jeffries. Well, if you know him, why did you come? Well, you came because he's talented, you love him, and he's terrific. You know, we've been trying to get Alan up on a stage. I've known him 15 years now. And listen to his wonderful music, and his music is terrific. He has, besides his wonderful comedy flair, you're going to hear some great songs that he's written. The evening isn't long enough for you to hear all his music, but you're going to hear some wonderful things with some very fine singers we're going to introduce to you later. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to my partner and my wife, Judy Jordan Shepherd. Hold it. I don't give her the mic that easy. You know, I got no wife when it comes to show business. It's every man for himself. Judy has a throat infection and was told not to talk. She was told not to talk for a week or two. Jesus Christ, what a wonderful week I've had. The only thing is, I don't know what the hell to say now that I can talk. She does most of the talking, and I'm not used to this. She can't talk because we don't really want her to.
I'm not going to be speaking to you personally, which I miss more than anything, because so many of you, most everyone here, and most everyone that Alan and Judy know, I know as well. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to speak to you personally. So I just want to say a few words before the show starts. And welcome all of you and thank all of you for coming, because these are very special people and very dear to our hearts. And I cannot tell you, there's no way that they would have stopped me from saying anything when this is Alan's show. And you're in for a wonderful treat, because this is a special, talented human being. And it has been so long that we've been telling him to come and do a show where all of our friends can come and see him. And he's marvelous and wonderful, and we love him, and I can't wait to see all the wonderful things that he's capable of doing. Alan Jeffries.
And believe it or not, this first time Alan is a creator and not a performer, but tonight he is a performer. And we've always thought him as a performer because I love him in the living room, and I saw him up here for the first time. I like him in the bedroom too. I heard he's great. And Judy Scott, one of our great singers, Sherry Goldner, joining him, his music. And actually, I would like to explain what we do here at Callback. Well, I remember it. And I never get to talk, so it's hard for me to remember all these things. We're here every Monday night. And we, at 9:30, we have Search for Star Cabaret, and we present new talent, as many as 40 people in the evening. Mostly singers. We specialize with singers, and some variety acts and comedians. And from those people, we pick people, and we feature them on an early show at 8 o'clock, where they do a complete act. And we try to help them in any way we can. We've helped get some people record contracts. And some of the really ones who thought we were wonderful were a little selfish, as well as being greedy, and we sign them personally. And we have our own segment with Joe Franklin every 2 weeks, and we co-host that with him, and we present 4 new stars every 2 weeks with him. And we're going to be on Sally Jesse Raphael, July 15th, presenting we have a thing called Shower Singers of America, and we're presenting our shower singers on her show. And that we have high hopes that it might become a regular thing on Channel 7 all over the country. What else? That takes care of that. Now we're also at Paulson's every Sunday afternoon doing our Search for a Star. Now, I wanted to do something different tonight, so I went looking for a composer. So we spoke to ASCAP, William Morris' office, and Irving Berlin wasn't available. And Bert Bacharach didn't want to come in to do it.
He wanted to,
Yeah.
but it was a bad night.
Yes. Rogers and Hart, well, they turned us down because they're not here anymore. But we had a guy named Marburger. Marburger, they offered us Marburger, Alan Marburger, because he's going to want to do a video here called Marburger the Great. It turns out Marburger the Great, Marburger is Alan Jeffrey's real name. And my real name is Rambam, so it'd be a hell of a team, Marburger and Rambam. Two nice Italian boys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an evening without Sammy Cahn. Thank God, because it's an evening with the works of Mr. Alan Jeffrey.
It's an evening without Sammy Cahn, and you won't even notice he's gone. I may not have his savoir, I may not have his flair, I may not have his credits, but I do have his hair. But it's neither here nor there, because it's an evening without Sammy Cahn, that magical musical mastodon. And as the evening goes on, I'm sure you will say that Sammy's a master, but Alan, hey. Still, I've been breaking my balls to get it on. An evening without Sammy Cahn. 3 cones in the mountains. Which one will pay the toll? Ah, yes, Sammy is a great writer, and one of the few greats to be recognized in his lifetime. What a joy to know that your efforts have been appreciated. Most of our great geniuses died without ever knowing or experiencing public acclaim. And it's to them who gave so much that I dedicate this evening. Ready with the camera? Action. Today is June 10th, 1986, and my name's Marburger. I'm recording this on videotape today, then taking the tape and locking it away. A little time capsule that someday, perhaps, you will play. Hi. Hello, posterity, hello. This is for you. I want you to know, as I sit before the camera, alone on the stage, it's nice to know that someday I'll be the latest rage. No autographs, please. Hello, posterity, hello. You just what happened. Hello, posterity, hello. Be sure to listen to every word that's said. And even if it's not new, it's the least you could do. 'Cause after all, I'm dead. Johann Sebastian Bach was up to his ears in hock, and Beethoven died without ever hearing a rave. Vincent van Gogh, too, what he heard drove him cuckoo. And not even the Pope helped with the rope when they lowered poor Mozart in his grave. Why, we don't even know where William Shakespeare was buried. As a matter of fact, we don't know who he was. And for Kafka, was it any less? Michelangelo died any less. And I ask you, could Jesus really say it? A few CDs, maybe, but across the rest, I can't. It's deplorable, unignorable, to think such genius can go by unrewarded. It's sadistical, artistical. So the next time you see an artist like me, be sure that he's well applauded. Now let's hear it for Shostakovich. And how about Franz Schubert? Paul Gauguin? Toulouse-Lautrec? Billy Shepherd? Fort Lee? For me, don't bother. I have other plans. Hello, posterity, hello. There's a new star that's sailing to your shores. And I'll have my day, they can't take it away. So I just want to say, in my own humble way, hello, posterity. Posterity, I'm yours. Tucked away in the caverns of Manhattan is a quaint little street called Madison. Unscarred by time and the violence of crime. Not a place where the race of the rat is run. But high above the streets in its lofty towers lurks a force unequaled by man, so devastating with its overwhelming powers that I feel that I must, because it is just, blow a gust into dust and bust the crust to reveal the master plan. Oh, what is our greatest national product? The one that outsells all the rest. And everywhere you go, you get that warmish glow, 'cause you know that you're getting the best. You don't even have to be suspicious. It's been packaged, perfumed, and ground. It's pure, unadulterated bullshit. And they're spreading it all around. Bullshit. They're selling bullshit. We use it in our baths and when we shave. But it's bullshit. We're smelling bullshit. Or the land of the freak and the home of the depraved. Have you seen the new red, white, blue toothpaste? It's for trench mouth. Of course, it's no good if the other guy uses AIM. It starts each morning with our breakfast cereal. It's been huffed and puffed and puffed before we get it. Then at office coffee break, it's a coca smoke and a bellyache from a little bag of styrofoam cheese twists. And oh shit, we've had it. Lunch, another junk food mess. Take a Rolaic for distress. And pray you'll be okay by evening dinner, which we eat and watch TV, which states implicitly exactly what we should eat, where drive, where we should go to church, and who we should vote for if we want to be a winner. But it's bullshit. They're selling bullshit. They put it in our food and what we drink. But it's bullshit. We're eating bullshit. But the bird seed is better than you think. It's got vitamins. But it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And you'll know it when they pile it on your grave. Bullshit. A lifetime full of bullshit. Or the land of the free and the home of the bullshit. I wrote that a few years ago, and obviously I was becoming a cynic. Then I met Judy. She came to me to write her an act. And when I saw her, I wanted to write her a life. But unfortunately, she had other ideas.
Can't get hurt just looking, watching the boys go by.
I thought I was looking love in the eye, but previous experience had taught me differently. Love and I can never get along. Makes no difference how we try. For a while there are no doubts, and then it's right back on the outs again. For love and I, love and I are never very close. We seem to pass each other by. There are times I think it's mine to take, then heading for another break. Go love and I've played the game too often, and though I'm not smart, I have learned that though love is grand, it can get out of hand. And when you play with fire, when you're bound to get burned, so love and we just go our separate ways. We'll never see it eye to eye. Although frequently our paths may cross, it always ends a total loss. For love and I. Meanwhile, about that time, I met Sherry Goldner, a young comedian just starting out, and she also needed material for her act. We wrote this piece together.
Thank you. Those of you that know me are probably saying, she doesn't look anything like she used to look. And those of you that don't know, let me explain what I used to look like. I used to be a cross between Christy Brinkley and Linda Evans. Or was that David Brinkley and Dale Evans? No, it was definitely Christy and Linda. Anyway, I got so tired of looking like every other blonde bimbo, no offense to the blonde bimbo, anyone, that I went in for an overhaul. And I think they did a pretty good job, don't you think? I look completely different. But I have been fighting the battle of the bulge all my life, and I finally figured out what I've lost. Every time they said retreat, I thought they said let's eat. No, I've gone up and down the scales more times than Liberace, but you know what it is? You can't just diet, you have to exercise. And I've just lost a little bit of weight, but I combined it with exercise. First thing I did was I started jogging, but I quit because I got too depressed every time I heard my thighs applaud. Then I decided to take a calisthenics course, and this was great, but the only way the instructor could get me to touch my toes is if she sprinkled M&Ms at my feet. Gravity boots. This was something new. I read it in Cosmopolitan magazine, so it had to be true. You put on these cockamamie gravity boots, you hang upside down on an exercise bar, and you do your exercises. Well, not only did I get sick to my stomach from the blood rushing to my head, I almost suffocated in my cleavage. Then I went out to California, where I discovered that the big thing out there was aerobics. But I soon found out that aerobics is a Jewish word that means death by exhaustion. But I have recently read an article that has completely changed my life. I picked up Cosmo once again, and of course that's my Bible, and there it said, in big, bold type, chocolate. Wheat germ and honey, ladyfingers, cauliflower, spinach, Jello. For love, there's oysters unless you join the cloisters. For complexion, there's peaches and cream. Chinese food, Japanese food, Greek food, soul food, junk food, if you know what I mean. Pasta Bazool turns to fat as a rule, and red peppers can put you in the heat. Sassafras gives you lots of gas, and beans will sound the retreat. And radishes, well, they make me repeat. While pig's knuckles go right to your feet. Then there's navel oranges for your belly button, and prunes if you're bound and you can't do nothing. Chitlins and greens make your hair grow wavy. So stay away from purple grapes. Besides those terrible tummy aches, you'll end up with a bad case of varicose veins. Speak nothing of downtown dental stains. That's sure to send you to an early gravy. Oh, you are what you eat. Now you know you better not cheat. So if you know what's good for you, you'll take my advice. Before you have that second chocolate mousse, you'll think twice. If you want to be as cute as me, you'll have to sacrifice. No ice cracks, please. 'Cause you are, yes you are, what you eat. Ciao!
Sherry was terrific. I loved working with her. I asked her if she'd like to help me finish a show I've been working on, and she agreed. It was called the All-Girl Review, and when Judy heard about it, she wanted to be in it too.
Don't shop me. That's where she sleeps with him, you know?
Homo sapiens, through the ages, patronize the latest crazes, no matter how severe or how extreme. Yet through all recorded history, when they finally solved each mystery, sex has always been the underlying theme. And so it is today, in every single way, although they may have tried to change the look. From Cleopatra to Maud, you'll find most men applaud a sexy, buxom broad who can really cook. So without any further ado, we proudly present to you the utterly subtly, somewhat smuttily, cuddly, all-girl review. It's strictly an all-girl review with an Oedipus Rex Reed point of view.
With plenty of meat and plenty of potatoes.
And when you get a look at some of our tomatoes,
Right and juicy.
but it's strictly an all-girl review, doing things that all girls shouldn't do.
And we're not worried about ERA.
Or if El Donahue calls it sleaze.
The only time I worry is when I start to sneeze.
It's the male chauvinistic view, and it's strictly
Exactly.
an all-girl review. Oh, and things were looking up. Not only was Judy beginning to show some interest, it was also a joy having Sherry around, and we hired 2 more girls, which wasn't bad either. They come in all sizes. They come in all shapes. They're full of surprises. They're great for escapes. They're warm and they're willing. They're bold and they're strong.
put them back in the deep freeze. We're supposed to play it cool and stay on ice for some poor fool until he gets the urge again. We play it like a verge again. How can they be such big dopes to think they've got us on the ropes? Just pull the string and we'll obey. If that's the case, anyone can play. So don't complain and don't you cry when we prefer the other guy. 'Cause we can act like girls of 10 until you boys learn to act like
They're
men.
shy and disarming. They're cool and serene. They're perfectly charming. Tailor-made for your scene. Temperamental proper. They're wild and they're free. They're looking for papa. Who allow me to be? They're right.
How can they be such big
They
dopes?
just seem to
They
belong.
think they've got us on the
But they'll
ropes.
outgore
Pull
the
the
list.
string and we'll obey.
If you do
If
wrong,
that's the case, anyone can play.
there's no
So don't complain and don't you cry when we prefer the other guy. We can act like girls of 10 until you boys learn to act like men. I think it's what the whole damn thing's
And then Sherry and I wrote this.
No one knows but a mother what a mother's all about. They think the only thing we do is nag, scream, and shout. They never stop to wonder why we are this way. So I would like to take this opportunity to say we cook, we mop, we sew and we shop, and seldom a whimper is heard. And we do it for free, so why should it be? Mother is half a dirty word, don't you say it? We worry, we fret, and what do we get? The label of motherhood slurred. And when we've given our all, we see it there on some wall. Mother, mother is half a dirty word. Whatever happened to love and respect, honor and trust? And what about obey? Though we were treated now, you certainly couldn't expect a phone call. Hello, Mom, it's your son. More than every other day. Oy vey. Still we sweat, we strain till our energy's drained. Too often we're treated just like a turd. Do up, sure they gave us a day, but boy did we pay. Mother, is half a dirty word. Sing it, girls. We curl.
We braid. We make lemonade.
While leaving no kettle unstirred.
A saint full of pep.
Seems the more that we slap mother is half a dirty word.
I wrote this one for Judy.
I remember when I was 5 years old, and my folks got upset when I caught a cold. And I never listened when they tried to scold, 'cause I knew that a girl who is 5 years old is a princess for a while. And the wonderful things I used to do, the house in the tree that nobody knew, except for the people I wanted to. I remember with a smile. Growing up, life's a happy thing when you're growing up. The round you's filled with strange new things to let your eyes. Beauty that can hypnotize. Every day's a new surprise. Growing up, nothing's quite as good as growing up. I remember the days that I spent in school. Boy who pushed me in the swimming pool. When I started to cry, I remember very well. I remember the night of the senior prom, when the very same boy took me by the arm. And as hard as I tried, I could not stay calm, 'cause he was the captain of the football team. And I was a girl who said it. The night went by like a lovely dream, and everything was swell. Growing up,
course, the year didn't raise much money, but we got lots of laughs.
I love to laugh. Laughter is the best medicine. But I am such a sad boy. Get very over. I guess I am. On the night, the Donahue's mob put the screws to Lefty Lou's mob and let old Lefty have it with a knife. I was sad and so disgusted, cause that lousy slob I trusted went and left his money to his wife, the creep, the bum, the turd. Right then and there, my future was destroyed. That deal put me amongst the unemployed. Does anybody need a gun mom? But still another one mom. A girl who has experience for any kind of job. The kind of girl that you'd be proud to bring home to the mob. Does anybody need a gun mom? They say that prohibition's coming back. Ski-doo, ski-doo-lee-doo-lee-doo. Ew! Does anybody need a gun mom? I've been around, but still a lot of fun, mom. And brother, I won't kid you, what you see is what you got. And I can drive a limousine, especially if it's hot. Does anybody need a gun mom? Can't anyone afford a high-class broad? When the boys took over town, from the windows of my brownstone, you could see the bodies floating in the lake. And we had the greatest parties until those Eastside smarties started putting time bombs in the cakes. So the boys, they headed east, where they knocked off Joe the Beast, got hauled in on a charge of first degree. But the judge was looking down, and I had worn my low-cut gown. He believed it when I said they was with me. Off to Robin Banks we went. Who could figure they'd invent a slug that could dent the armor on Louis' car? So we headed to Bermuda for champagne and barracuda. I was living like a moon picture star. Oh, that winter we spent in Nebraska. Well, we went to attend a massacre, but headed west when the cops began to plague us. But the desert looked so nice that the boys broke out the dice and started a game that soon became Las Vegas. Then off to the races, the faraway place, let the habeas corpus be written. I was never alone. Everywhere I was known as the queen of the syndicate. I was a paisano of Luciano, a pal of Al Capone. No one was as close to Harry Gross. Why, he used to use my phone. I played butt with Willie Sutton and Zipper with Jack the Ripper. And all were entranced that night when I danced with George Raft at the Silver Slipper. Oh, I knew them all, the big and the small, and I learned to love everyone. They all was my friend, and right down to the end, they never mentioned where I carried the gun. They was gentlemen. Is there a gynecologist in the house? Does anybody need a gun mom? Oh God, a girl who's had a great career with references from year to year. Can anyone afford? Can anyone afford? Can anyone afford a high-class ride? And that's why they call me Pasta.
The big song in the show was this one. The wind is a woman who's wild and free. She's laughing at life. She's laughing me. The wind is a woman, sweet and warm, romantic with rain or frantic with storm. In dark of night she slips in through the willow. Her cool pale hands still cross my wet hot pillow. Perfumed with the scent of the evening flowers, holding me there in her arms for hours. Then I feel the fever rise, and suddenly I realize wind is a woman who is hot and cold, too lovely to see, too perfect to hold. She brings you a dream, and then like a dream moves on. The wind is a woman who is here, gone. The north wind with her cold white beauty draws me to her breast. The moist kiss of the east wind and that playful flirt from the west. The full solid mouth of the wind from the south as she sleeps with her head on my chest. The roaring wind behind the thunder, ripping up the sea, chasing ships to drive them under like a harlot on a spree, misbegotten wind. She can purr softly as a kitten, or cry as though you've treated her unjust. But always the wind is a woman man can't trust. The wind is a woman who is alone and strange, a phantom of whim who is subject to change. And she is the curse that plagues all men, yet my heart stands still until she comes again. The wind. Judy liked that song too, incidentally. And it seemed that she was beginning to soften up, so I grasped the opportunity. You know what I mean? And I wrote this. What can I give her to show her I adore her? Some special something for her to make her think of me.
What can I give him? What simple little treasure that cost alone can't measure to fill his heart with glee?
I suppose I could bring her things tied with silver strings, pile them at her door.
Or maybe a penny flute,
That's
even two.
good. So what, you right?
Or a seashell from the shore. What could tell his more? What can I
Can I give her
him to make him mine forever? Oh, can I be so clever and bring her what she's been dreaming of?
married, which was a big mistake because she never paid me for another piece of material after that. Her best friends were that internationally known singing duo, Billy Shepherd and Judy Whisper Joy. And incidentally, they liked my stories too. And Tony Bennett recorded this one.
You could make me smile again like I used to do, just as I was smiling then when our love was new. You could give my broken heart a break. Let's take another chance. Why can't you forget our first mistake and treat this like a new romance? You could make me smile, dry up all my tears, make this life worthwhile again through the coming years. And then I'll praise the happiness I haven't known since then. You and only you could make me smile again.
And Johnny Mathis recorded this. Sooner or later, you will fall in love. You will find that love's designed to fit you like a glove. Sooner or later, you will realize everything romance can bring is right before your eyes. Now you're just a child, you're still untamed, you're still running wild. You've never felt love's surge, you've never felt love's urge. But anyone can clearly see that you're right on the verge. And sooner or later, it will come to be. Even I may be the guy who'll suit you to a T. Sooner or later, we'll see. Andy Williams.
After the storm, after the rain is over, after the storm, meadows are fresh with dew, skies soon grow clear, rainbows appear. what you're dreaming of. After the storm, when it's warm, comes love.
Yeah.
I wrote this one for Jane Morgan.
A voice in the night plays a trick on my mind, and I turn, but I find no man. The cold evening breeze brings a tear to my eye, and I huddle and cry, no man. No country fed or city bred, ethereal. No gentle Joe or suavely Latin burial. No man to love me. No one and only man. This loveless lane I walk on leads back where it began. No man, no arms around me, the hopes that bound me now have flown. I cast a lonely shadow. I weep and sleep alone. No man to call my own. No one to miss me, no arms to hold me, no lips to kiss me, no hands to mold me to his plan. No man.
And then suddenly, it was Christmas.
Now, this is about the prettiest Christmas song you're ever going to hear. And I say it without prejudice. I say it as a singer. Peaceful, quiet, snowflakes running riot. Christmas in the country, there's no greater joy. Sleigh bells tinkle, worried brows unwrinkled. Christmas in the country makes a man a boy. There goes Grandma. Did I do the wrong words?
There's old Grandma.
Oh, there's old Grandma, she's dying. As chipper as can be. There's old Grandpa, feeling young as she does.
Okay, yeah, let's help her. 'Cause Santa's stirring, miracles are coming.
That makes me know that's where I wanna be. Nothing I would rather do. That can't be a light man. And sing, collect money, do all that crap, and still remember the words.
Believe me, it's a pretty song, like he said.
I screwed up the prettiest song you ever wrote.
Should we do it again?
Let's start all over.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
But don't help me, I'm gonna think about
I'm
it.
gonna help you.
I don't want any help, that's my problem.
I didn't have to let my husband song not song well.
All right,
Peaceful quiet, that's what we want.
I know that part. Second chorus. Don't help me, unless I ask for it. Peaceful, quiet, snowflakes running riot. Christmas in the country, there's no greater joy. Sleigh bells tinkle, worried brows unwrinkle. Christmas in the country makes a man a boy. There's old grandma, just as chipper as can be. And there's old grandpa, feeling young as she does. 'Cause
Santa's stirring, miracles occurring.
that makes me know
Nothing I would rather do.
there's nothing I would rather do than spend
Christmas in the country.
Christmas in the country.
Christmas in the country.
With I wondered about Christmas.
Fantastic audience. How much time have we done? Anyway, I want to say thank you, everybody. You've been most patient. And if we had a few more patients, we could open an outpatient clinic called Outpatient Outskis. But all the nice people, all the show people that came to see me tonight, I really appreciate it. It's very nice. Everybody's in show business, or wants to be, at least I know it. That's what I feel. As a matter of fact, my mother once said to me, I think she was about 81 at the time, she said, tell me, do those mothers of the stars that are doing commercials, do they make a lot of money? You know, like Cindy Lauper, Mana, and Finston? I said, oh my God, even she wants to be in show business. Oh, everybody wants to be in show business. My mother, my brother, my father-in-law. My sister's daughter Meg's been showing off her legs to a neighbor who thinks he's an entrepreneur. The doorman, the waitress, the guy who drives the cab. They're spending all their time in tips at Actors Lab. Oh, everybody wants to be in show business, but nobody wants to take the cure. They think it's easy. But then where again would you meet such fantastic characters as Joan Rivers, Billy Ocean, Veronica Lake, George C. Scott, And then there's Orson Welles, Lily Pons, Brooke Shields, and Turon Bay. That's not to mention Farrah Fawcett and Christopher Plummer. And that's just a drop in the bucket. Oh, everybody wants to be in show business. They think they're the answer to our prayers. In the buses, reading scripts in the park ships, hear their singing lips. A million Ginger Rogerses and a million Fred Astaire's. His Honor, the mayor, has been bitten by the bug. He's gonna get a nose job and he's gonna buy a rug, but you'll recognize him anyway. Stars grabbing the nose. I'm leaving today. How am I doing? Oh, everybody wants to be in show business. The mania is sweeping the land. From Honolulu to Maine, by land and sea and plain. And all they need is a little break and a big financial helping hand. That's Dad's cash register. Why, even Ronald Reagan, an actor from the start, had to play plenty of politics, believe me, before he got a leading part. Yeah, that was funny. Hi, Chief. What's he got? Saturday night at Camp David? Oh, everybody wants to be in show business. Now help me out here. But nobody wants to take the
Alan Jeffries, ladies and gentlemen. Alan Marbury Jeffries.
Whenever they lower the house lights and the overture begins, I get a thrill that makes my heart stand still, and I feel the same needles and pins. Whenever I see a lit up marquee, like a moth to a flame I go, then I realize as I accustom my eyes, I'm right there in the very first row.
Yes, I've always been stage struck,
Ooh,
undeniably stage struck. From the tenderest age, struck by the theatrical things.
bop, ba, bop, bop.
Love the whole panorama. It can make your heart hammer. In the worst melodrama, if you're waiting in the wings, go girls.
On the cue to do even a one-line routine. Do it right, and you walk on and walk off with the scene. But that's not such a big crime when you long for the big time.
special setting to see how talented and versatile. His music is marvelous, and his performance was every bit as good. Mr. Alan Jeffries. Forgive me for bringing up that song.
I tried to think of an appropriate song to go off with. I couldn't think of one. It's one I want to do. Well, I'll do this one. Days hurry by, years seem to fly. Springtime is here with her truth. Life seems complete, yet it's fleet as that sweet bird of youth. Never deny love when it's nigh, though it be rough or uncouth. Love is a treat, yet it's fleet as that sweet bird of youth. Drink up your fill, don't spill. Each thrill's a moment of gold. Savor its taste, don't waste. Too soon you're old. Autumn is here, winter is near. Yea, verily and forsooth. Life is a cheat, for it's fleet as that sweet bird of youth. Sweet bird of youth. Sweet bird of youth. Life is a cheat, incomplete, for it's fleet as that sweet bird of youth.
Alan Jeffries. The works of Alan Jeffries an evening without Sammy Cahn. Who needs him? Alan, may I just say, who's taller? We have an argument. Well, I'm standing on my toes. You were marvelous. You were really, I don't know. May I just say personally for Judy and I, we're proud and happy that we were able to provide a platform for you to show your great work. And I think they were great. They were just marvelous. Hey, this was put together. They were rehearsing through this afternoon, just staging it and putting it together. And for what they accomplished, I think is absolutely marvelous. What do you want to do? They want to do something. You're going to do it, huh? Okay. All right, now he does his Lenny Bruce act. Now he goes to the toilet and screws up the whole this great image he did. I'll hold it. He won't be happy till he screws himself up. I love it.
Monk got a jug.
Okay.
No, what?
No, do the other one.
Oh, my wife told me to do it, so it must be all right. Anyway, you hear nothing but the subject on television and on Donahue and everybody's discussing this subject.
Put it up.
When you speak of the greatest lovers, Don Juan and Romeo, you must include Henri LaRue, an unusual musical impresario. He was only a sousaphone player, but he played it from the heart. He practiced all day, belching away, and only stopped for an occasional fart, but always perfectly in tune. But the women, they adored about him. He had thousands, it's been said. Yes, he was only a sousaphone player, but he gave the greatest head. Oh, triple tonguing, double tonguing, flutter tonguing, he drove them wild. Concertizing, harmonizing, they all shouted bravo on Lee when he played the flight of the bumblebee. Yes, he was only a sousaphone player, who unfortunately now is dead. 'Cause one dark night in the pale moonlight, he completely lost his head. Poor bloke smothered himself. But when musicians get together to blow a little blues, they often speak of Henri LaRue, the master of the coos. Oh, triple tonguing, double tonguing, flutter tonguing. He was the best. Concertizing, organizing, and now, Madame and Monsieur, the William Tell Overture. I said posse, not pussy. Yes, he was only a sousaphone player whose life was full and pure. And there's a moral to this story, though it may seem slightly obscure. And for those who sit amongst us who would frown on Henri LaRue, please remember, everyone's taste is different, especially when it comes to food. Oh, that's the method of Henri LaRue.
You teach me how to do that.
Hey, here we go. Come on.
Might like to do tongue mashing after this. Okay, baby. Monk got on junk. He was stoned like a big hunk of funk, and he laid in his bunk. And he stunk. Monk got on junk. He was finked on by some flunky punk and was thrown in the clink with a clunk. What a stink. Ooh, it stunk. He had a monkey on his shoulders as big as his boulders. Everyone agreed. From the hump on his back to the dump in his sack, man, he could hardly breathe. Oh, all that funk. Poor Monk. So Monk decided to become a monk. He put down junk who was known as Monk the ex-junkie skunk in his mink, slightly threadbare, which she found in his trunk when he flushed all his junk down the sink. It spunk. He didn't even drink. He went to a shrink. He shrunk. Because all he was eating was coffee and donuts. He dunk. Oh, he was in bad shape. Till he found a cookie who could cook in that nice little nook and a great big bottle of band. He started putting on weight, smelling great. Now, he showed me he was a man. Yes, sir, that was Monk. He was a hunk. He used his wig on a gig in the Bronx honky-tonk with his unk. Uncle Monk on the uke. to the Duke, like the Duke. And you know something? He stayed cool as a cuke. So for the rest of upstairs, you can hear it as well as he plugs his way through life. He got real fat, bought a big black hat, and gave his mink back to his wife. Well, that's Monk. Monk. So, no matter what you may have fun, or how many pills or drinks you've drunk, let me tell you, there's no time to straighten up that fly right brother. I'm talking to you, yeah. And keep cool and stay away from that heavy stuff. Those amphetamine is in that crack. Think about Monk. What's Spunk? Think about Monk. Monk.
We have nowhere to go. Sit down. Do the spot right around. Come on back. Judy knows. Judy knows. Give a name.
Cutting us out of the act.
The place to think for me. That's why I'll always be. It's Judy Scott.
That's me, Judy Scott.
Alan, I didn't think you could do it, but you did it. Wasn't he terrific? Wasn't he wonderful? I can't even do it. Most emphatically stage struck. Miss Sherry Goldner. Most dramatically stage struck. Mr. Alan Jeffrey.
Most ecstatically stage struck.
So let the curtain
Alan Jeffries. Give me a big round of applause for Sherry Golden. Sherry Golden. And Judy Scott. Let's do it right. And Alan Jeffries. We want to say special thanks to Danielle Bogart, who's taping the show. Danielle is a great team of Dimitri and Danielle. I'm sorry, it's Dimitri Bogart. I have anything right tonight. Where should I start now? Dimitri, thank you.
My friend, Dimitri.
Our dear friend is
Helps us do everything.
well, what do you think?
We'll get it off the tape, so we'll take it off.
He wrote it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I know you enjoyed, I won't even ask you. But thank you all for coming, God bless you. We're here every Monday night, and if you know any talented people, send them in, we'll put them on. Good night.